You got the start, which is at about 22,120 on the Nifty. So it's a lower start, almost at the 61.8% retracement at the word go. And there you go. 22,138 is where we are at right now. The Nifty Bank is down about 0.75%. That's about a 350-odd point cut. Mid-cap index is down 0.67%. And I think we'll have the other indices come up as well. There you go. So that's a start. Advanced decline on your screen right at the top. So it's about 2:1 in favor of decline. Yesterday we started with a 10:1 decline to our advances ratio. So this is much better. But it's a lower 150-odd point down start. But Sonia's got more rates. Sonia.
Well, thanks a lot for that. So it's a lower start, but down but not out, you'd have to say, as we kickstart trade this morning. Let's get straight to individual stocks now. ONGC and Oil India expect some negative reaction over there as windfall tax on crude has been hiked to 9,600 per ton from 6,800 per ton earlier. Indigo is the other one. Expect some positive reaction over there as the company continues to hold their market share above 60%. And in fact, market share of Indigo has gone up after the recent troubles that we've seen at Vistara. So the stock is actually outperforming the market, as you can see on your screen. Varun Beverages, Morgan Stanley has initiated coverage with an overweight. They have a target price of 1,700, which is a big upside to the current market price. And remember, this is a stock that has given huge returns to investors. So Varun Beverages holding up over there. Jio Financial Services will be forming a 50-50 JV with BlackRock for undertaking wealth management and a brokerage business in India. It's just charging ahead, 3.5% higher on Jio Financial Services. Then you have Bharti Hexacom. Jefferies has initiated coverage with a buy, target price of 1,080. Look at that, bucking the trend in the market, up 2.5% as we speak. Jefferies writes that this is a way to invest in those parts of Bharti Airtel's business that are growing faster. So the street definitely likes what they're seeing with Bharti Hexacom. DOMS is also in focus. Nuvama has initiated coverage on DOMS with a target price of 1,944 rupees. Big upside to the current market price. They talk about strong business potential there, and DOMS is up about 3.5%. Then you have a couple of more stocks I'm looking at. Exide, we were talking about this earlier. Nomura has raised their target price on Exide, and it's been a stock that has really, been surging ever since it signed that MOU with Hyundai and Kia to provide EV batteries in India. So Exide is up about 1.5%. And Cipla, there's an acquisition of a personal care business. So Cipla is up in the green. Last time I checked was flat with a bit of a positive bias. But all in all, you'd have to say weak start to trade. It's the Nifty Bank that's really dragging its feet, down almost 400 points.
All right, Sonia, thanks a lot for that. Well, let's focus on a couple of more names. Happy Fortunes, the stock is up. It's up close to around 3% in otherwise wobbly market. They won a 60 to 70 crore per annum order from a leading global automobile manufacturer. So that explains why that stock is up 4.5%. All cargo terminals, well, the March 2020 CFS volume showed a mild increase of around 1% and 8% increase on a month-on-month basis as well. So that stock's opened up with a gain of close to around 3%. Transformers and rectifiers, well, that stock is opened up well in the green because GETCO, or more commonly known as Gujarat Energy Transmission Corporation, they have withdrawn the stop deal with immediate effect, which means now the company can supply to GETCO. So that stock continues higher. In fact, in the last 1 month or so, it's up more than 75%. And the other one is Spark. It continues to reel under pressure. The stock is down close to around 5%. So that one, in fact, continues to trade at lower circuit. And all in all, it's not too bad in opening in terms of, the gift net was suggesting a 200-point downtick. We're down close to 100 points as we speak. And the mid-cap index, guess what? That's moved into the green. The advanced decline ratio tells you the picture. More number of stocks advancing as of declining just in the initial few minutes of trade. Prashant.
Well, 100 points down, right? 22,160 is where we find ourselves at. So that's a start. I mean, it's not like yesterday. Yesterday also, it was not a sort of vastly down start. And then, of course, the market fell to a low, recovered. And then the last 40-45 minutes, there was a sell down once again. TCS is down 1%. So on the downside, right? Earnings came through Friday evening. There was some hint of green, and then, of course, nothing. It sold off. Infy is the other one which will report, but 1.25% lower there. Zomato is down about 1.25%. It's done very well. So some pullback. Bajaj Finance is down about 1.33%. Kotak Bank is down about 1%. So a lot of banks there coming through. LTIM, Rima was telling us about that one. Apollo Tyres, RBL Bank, Coforge, Federal Bank. These are all in the 1.5% vicinity in terms of cuts. So nothing very large. But that's the kind of market that we have. On the upside, I think we mentioned Jio Finance. Look at Senco. Senco is up 7% after yesterday's 18% move. That's a 25% move, of course, just starting the day. But that's a very large move into 4 digits now, 1,022 on Senco. And by the way, it's coming up as the second largest volume-led gainer across the board. So, I mean, that is saying something. Aegis Logistics is the other one, which is Aegis Chemicals, 6%, 6.25%, 517. It's coming up as the third largest volume-led gainer. I mean, you know, it doesn't usually come up at this point, at this stage, right in the word go with these kind of volumes, but it is right now. And that's why we are mentioning it. And of course, you know, RK Forgings and Castrol India are some of the other 2-3% kind of movers. So more of this in terms of specific names as we go along.